Good morning. What's good, my people? I'd like to officially welcome you to the debut of the YouTube channel 13th and Bell. This is going to be, well, this is kind of like a reboot of my old channel. As it started, just started to back up again after doing some research and some learning on YouTube, how to do a YouTube channel. So I can get it right for you, so I can give you the best content I possibly can. This is going to be a channel that's going to review comic books, anime, we're going to be doing some unboxing, and, a lot of other good nerd stuff, that's my passion, and I've been waiting a long time to do this channel, and I've also been waiting a long time to review this book. This is my first book, comic that I'm going to be reviewing. I'm reviewing it on my tablet here, so that's why it's not in paperback form. So if you like this channel, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I will be trying to get videos out to you, hopefully, weekly basis, if not like every day, with comics. Comics are a little easier to get out than, anything else. But like I said, I'm going to be doing reviews, boxing. Hopefully, it's just me, so hopefully I'll be doing some skits soon. So without me rambling on, let's get to it. This is Batman White Knight, and I've been waiting to review this one because I kind of like Elseworld types of books, and this is kind of like an alternate universe. I'm also just getting familiar with the artist, Sean Murphy. I really like it. Really like his art. I like this type of art style, and I kind of, wanted to really like just take a moment to like really enjoy the art, because when I saw it, I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot, and it's like as you can see, it's really, it's really good. Like I like how the Joker with the dual eye, different color eyes, and basically what this book's about is about the Joker being cured of his insanity, something like what DC did with Going Sane, and him taking on Batman, but more of a doing it by political means, the legal way. So let's get to it. It's a nice sketch right there. See Batgirl and Dick, Nightwing, Arkham Asylum, and you see this, the script and the art was done by Sean Murphy. Good coloring by Matt Hollingworth. Overall, I like this book. I really think, at first I really like it. I can tell you that right now. One thing I like the book. I always like books like this, like that's kind of like on the darker edge. Especially with a Batman book. I think like Batman should be more grounded, in reality, instead of just like like Spider-Man and all that out there. And then you could see the colors and the dark, how it contrasts with the dark. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, sorry about that. And now you see the Joker, actually how he looks. And here he's named Jack Napier. And then you see Batman. I always wonder why, and now you see Batman. And one thing I always quick notes about this, he's still in his he's arrested, but he's still in Arkham Asylum, but he's still in his, costume. So I think, like his, I don't know if they know he's Bruce Wayne. Like, probably does, but, as Batman always looks at, Bruce Wayne always looks at Batman as his real self, and Bruce Wayne as a kind of like a copy of, kind of like the real mask. And, I like, and as you can see, excuse me if I'm stuttering a little bit. It's kind of early in the morning. I just got up, but I really wanted to do this. It's my first one, so I'm a little nervous also, But it'll get better. I give you my word on that. And then it got 1 year later, and you see the Joker running through riding through the streets of Gotham on one of those, one of those scooters. You see, and you see this Batman driving recklessly. Pretty much the premises of this is like the Joker looks at Batman as, the real threat, because if you really look at it, Batman's been able to break the law in his pursuit in crime, fighting crime, and he's be able to get it, and he's been able to get away with things because technically, being a vigilante is illegal, and because the Gotham PD couldn't handle some of the threats that Batman faces, they left it all up to Batman to handle, even though it's illegal. And as you can see here, Barbara Gordon's like telling him, "Hey, you're on a building, dude. What the F? What are you doing? You could kill somebody." And pretty much, I think the Joker's almost like, kind of like goading him to do some of these things, but not just out of like callousness. I think he's actually doing it so he could be like, see, you are a threat. Look at what you're doing. You're driving into people. And this is him, and like Dick Grayson's like, telling him, little hard to see all those orange cones with the pedal all the way down. He's trying to tell Batgirl to get, keep him on a leash, but she's like, he doesn't listen, which Batman doesn't. And then she's like, he keeps getting worse, and he's like, yo, just leave. I did. And then here's a scene of him knocking over a police, a guard. And this is a scene where, him and Batman are talking, and, they're pretty much like, the premise is like Joker saying that, we need each other, we need each other. And that's why, we've always done what we've done over the years. And Batman just totally dismissing him, And this is when, like, Joker really just goes off on him and just, drops the hammer on him and, tell him that he could have stopped him at any time. He only did this because they needed to, he only did this because, like I said, like they need each other. And this when he really says that, you're really the greatest villain. His Batman beating the shit out of him. And Joker saying like, I can get better now. I can get better with these pills. So Joker already knew about these pills, so that's probably why he was going there. And Batman just like almost killed him. But this time someone got it on tape. And this almost like reminds me of like on Fox News or MSNBC where they're just talking about it and dissenting opinions. And people are like saying that, and this other, she's saying that Batman's like kind of like a menace, he's breaking the law and he's, violating, the Joker's civil rights. And the guy's like saying, well, the Joker's a criminal, I can't believe people are defending him. Pretty much like what's going on in the real world. Because I think that's the essence of the book they wanted to capture, like kind of like what's going on in the real world. And Bullock, who never really cared for Batman, is like saying, the guy's a menace and all that. And Jim Gordon, who's like, he's like kind of like caught in the middle. He understands that Batman's a menace, but he also understands that the threats that all these villains give to Gotham City. He just wants to protect Gotham City. Personally, I think he just wanted to get rid of the corruption, but then all the villains came later, so he was kind of like stuck at a rock and a hard place because he know that Gotham PD couldn't handle all those villains. They can't like handle like a Mr. Freeze or somebody like that. Court of Owls, and only Batman can handle it. So he's kind of like stuck, like saying, okay, do I handle this or do I don't handle this? Do I let him, do I arrest him? Or do I just let him keep doing what he's doing to protect the citizens of Gotham, and now he's gone too far? And you see like kind of like a flashback of the Joker's life in this universe. Got Harley Quinn right there. That's a good Harley Quinn in her original costume. I'm not really crazy about the original costume of Harley Quinn, but I'm also not crazy version of that. But I'm also not crazy of the Suicide version costume either. There's other costumes that have been better, like in the Arkham games. Those costumes have been better. Like Arkham City costume, I think fits her better. Then he's in his room. He finally wakes up, and then they go to Bruce, and they're like, and Dick's screaming at the top of his lungs, and they got Bruce is like, okay, just a little louder. And then they go down the secret passageway, and you find out that Alfred's sick, and he's using the freeze technology to keep him alive. And the thing is, this is probably one of the main reasons why Batman might be, going a little overboard, because he's working so hard to kind of keep Alfred alive. probably Alfred's probably gonna die in this, or he probably will probably die in this. And then you see the Joker doing some reminiscing. I'm a little bit more like just explaining himself. Him and all this like Batman, Batman memorabilia. And then you see Batman. And like I said, the art in this I really like the art. Personally, I like the art because I like, I really like the dark edges of this. It really like suits, I really like the darkness of it because it really like suits like the dark, the black and the red, because it really like suits how I look at Batman, and you can see, I'm not too crazy about this suit. The suit looks like it was cobbled together, but, but overall, the art in the book is like, I really like the art, but I don't really care too much for this suit.